Namaste to all. Ram Ram Ram. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Namaste to all. Ram Ram Ram. Today is the 40th class of our Sundara Kandam learning journey. We are in the 10th Sarga. We will do a quick revision of the previously learnt shlokas from Sarga 10 and then proceed further. We'll start with the Dhyana shloka. Shanti ji, would you be able to do the dhyana?
Yes, ji. Ram Ram Ram. Shall I start?
Please.
Yeah. शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम्। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखा वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्।
Very beautiful. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you, ji. We need to revise 21 to 40. Let me... Ram Ram Namaste.
Ram Ram Bhagini.
Namaskaraha.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram.
21.
Pandama. Dadashrasapapistasya bahushayana samstithau mantarasyantere suktau mahahirushitaviva tabhyam saparipurnabhyam bhujabhyam rakshaseshwarah chushubhe chalasankashah shringhabhyamiva mandarah चूतपुन्नागसुरभिः वकुलोत्तमसंयुतः मृष्टान्नरससंयुक्तः पानगन्धपुरःसरः तस्य राक्षसराजस्य निश्चक्राममहामुखा शयानस्य विनिश्वासः पूरयन्निव तद्गृहम् मुक्तामणिविचित्रेण काञ्चनेन विराजितं मुकुटेनापवृत्तेन कुण्डलोज्ज्वलिताननम् रक्तचन्दनदिग्धेन तथा हारेण शोभिना पीनायथ विशालेन वक्षसाभिविराजितम् पाण्डुरेणापविद्धेन क्षौमेण क्षतजेक्षणम् महार्हेण सुसंवीतम् पीतेनोत्तमवाससा माशराशिप्रतीकाशं निःश्वसन्तं भुजङ्गवत् गाङ्गे महति तोयान्ते प्रसुप्तमिव कुञ्जरम् चतुर्भिः काञ्चनैर्दीपैः दीप्यमानचतुर्दिशम् प्रकाशीकृत सर्वाङ्गम् मेघं विद्युद्गणैरिव पादमूलगताश्चापि ददर्श सुमहात्मनः पत्नी सप्रियभार्यस्य तस्य रक्षः पते गृहे शशिप्रकाशवदनाः चारुकुण्डलभूषिताः अम्लानमाल्याभरणा ददर्श हरियूतपः नृत्तवादित्रकुशला राक्षसेन्द्रभुजाङ्गभाः वराभरणधारिण्यो निषण्णाददृशे हरिः वज्रवैडूर्यगर्भाणि श्रवणान्तेषु योषितां तदर्श तापनीयानि कुण्डलान्यङ्गदानि च तासां चन्द्रोपमैर्वक्त्रैः शुभैर्ललितकुण्डलैः विरराजविमानं तत् नभस्तारागणैरिव मधव्यायमखिन्नास्ता राक्षसेन्द्रस्य योषितः
One more time.
मधव्यायामखिन्नास्ता राक्षसेन्द्रस्य योषितः तेषु तेष्ववकाशेषु प्रसुप्तास्तनुमध्यमाः अङ्गहारैस्तथैवान्या कोमलैर्नृत्यशालिनी विन्यस्तशुभसर्वाङ्गी प्रसुप्ता वरवर्णिनी काचिद्वीणां परिष्वज्य प्रसुप्ता सम्प्रकाशते महानदी प्रकीर्णेव नलिनीपोत्तमाश्रिता अन्याकक्षगतेनैव मड्डुकेनासिते क्षणा प्रसुप्ता भामिनी भाति बालपुत्रेव वत्सला वटकं चारु सर्वाङ्गी पीड्यशेते शुभास्तनी चिरस्तिर्मणं लब्ध्वा परिष्वज्येव कामिनी काचिद्वीणां परिष्वज्य सुप्ता कमललोचना रः प्रियतमं लब्ध्वा सखाममिव कामिनी.
Excellent. Very nice. Especially this 30th one. Dhanyawada. 1 second. Oh, this was so beautiful. Patni sapriya bharyasya. The Patni sapriya. The Visarga joining the Dvitva. It was very nice to hear. Very nice to hear.
बहु बहु धन्यवादः.
Dhanyawadaha. Very nice. Okay, we'll go to the new. It was like a Ganga Pravaha. Auntie chanting, Padmakshi auntie. Okay, I think who had volunteered? Uh, Rajani Bhagini, I think. Is she there? Ah, we can hear a lot of Didis. Namaste.
Namaste, Didi.
Ah, namaste. Yeah, namaskar. Okay, we'll start. विपञ्चीं परिगृह्यान्या
विपञ्ची परिगृह्यान्या
चीं विपञ्चीं परिगृह्यान्या
विपच्ची परिगृह्यान्या
विप इञ्चीं विपञ्चीं
ओके विपञ्ची
विपञ्चीं इं
विपञ्ची चिम् ओके ओके विपञ्चीं परिगृह्यान्या
नियता नृत्तशालिनी
नियता नृत्तशालिनी
निद्रावशमनुप्राप्ता
निद्रावशमनुप्राप्ता
सह कान्तेव भामिनी
सह कान्तेव भामिनी
विपञ्चीं परिगृह्यान्या नियता नृत्तशालिनी
विपञ्चिं परिगृह्यान्या नियता नृत्तशालिनी
दीर्घ हियर विपञ्चीं
विपञ्चीं परिगृह्यान्या नियता नृत्तशालिनी
वेरी गुड निद्रावशमनुप्राप्ता सह कान्तेव भामिनी
निद्रावशमनुप्राप्ता सह कान्तेव भामिनी
अन्या कनकसङ्काशैः
अन्या कनकसङ्काशैः
मृदुपीनैर्मनोरमैः
मृदुपीनैर्मनोरमैः
मृदङ्गं परिपीड्याङ्गैः
मृदङ्गं परिपीड्याङ्गैः
प्रसुप्तामत्तलोचना
प्रसुप्तामत्तलोचना
अन्या कनकसङ्काशैः मृदुपीनैर्मनोरमैः
अन्या कनकसङ्काशैः मृदुपीनैर्मनोरमैः
मृदङ्गं परिपीड्याङ्गैः प्रसुप्तामत्तलोचना
मृदङ्गं परिपीड्याङ्गैः प्रसुप्तामत्तलोचना
भुजपार्श्वान्तरस्थेन
भुजपार्श्वान्तरस्थेन
वेरी गुड कक्षगेन कृशोदरी
कक्षगेन कृशोदरी
पणवेन सह निन्द्या
पणवेन सहानिन्द्या
सुप्तामदकृतश्रमा
सुप्तामदकृतश्रमा
भुजपार्श्वान्तरस्थेन कक्षगेन कृशोदरी
भुजपार्श्वान्तरस्थेन कक्षगेन कृशोदरी
पणवेन सहानिन्द्या सुप्तामदकृताश्रमा
पणवेन सहानिन्द्या सुप्तामदकृच्छ्रमा
सुप्तामदकृतश्रमा
सुप्तामदकृतश्रमा
krita ishrama, because shra is ish plus ra. So you have to say this twice. Krita shrama. Suptamadakrita shrama.
सुप्तामदकृतश्रमा
Correct. Very good. Dindimam parigrihyanya.
डिण्डिमं परिगृह्यान्या
तथैवासक्तडिण्डिमा.
तथैवासक्तडिण्डिमा
One more time.
तथैवासक्तडिण्डिमा
प्रसुप्ता तरुणं वत्सम्.
प्रसुप्ता तरुणं वत्सम्
उपगुह्येव भामिनी.
उपगुह्येव भामिनी
उपगुह्येव भामिनी.
उपगुह्य
You have gu or gu in your script. Can somebody confirm? Four. Good. उपगुह्येव भामिनी.
उपगुह्येव भामिनी
डिण्डिमं परिगृह्यान्यां तथैवासक्तडिण्डिमा.
डिण्डिमं परिगृह्यान्या तथैवासक्तडिण्डिमा
प्रसुप्ता तरुणं वत्सम् उपगुह्येव भामिनी.
प्रसुप्ता तरुणं वत्सम् उपगुह्येव भामिनी
काचिदाडम्बरं नारी.
काचिदाडम्बरम्
So the split is kachit adambaram. Kachidadambaram nari.
काचिदाडम्बरं नारी
भुजसंभोगपीडितम्.
भुजसंभोगपीडितम्
कृत्वा कमलपत्राक्षी.
कृत्वा कमलपत्राक्षी
Very good. प्रसुप्ता मदमोहिता.
प्रसुप्ता मदमोहिता
काचिदाडम्बरं नारी. भुजसंभोगपीडितम्.
काचिदाडम्बरं नारी भुजसंभोगपीडितम्
कृत्वा कमलपत्राक्षी. प्रसुप्ता मदमोहिता.
कृत्वा कमलपत्राक्षी प्रसुप्ता मदमोहिता
कलशीमपविध्यान्या.
कलशीम
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 अपविध्यान्या. That is a split. कलशीमपविध्यान्या.
कलशीमपविद्यान्या
One more time.
कलशीमपविद्यान्या
प्रसुप्ता भाति भामिनी.
प्रसुप्ता भाति भामिनी
वसन्ते पुष्पशबला.
वसन्ते पुष्पशबला
मालेव परिमार्जिता.
मालेव परिमार्जिता
कलशीमपविद्यान्यां प्रसुप्ता भाति भामिनी
कलशीमपविद्यान्या प्रसुप्ता भाति भामिनी
वसन्ते पुष्पशबला मालेव परिमार्जिता
वसन्ते पुष्पशबला मालेव परिमार्जिता
वेरी गुड पाणिभ्यां च कुचौ काचित्
पाणिभ्यां च कुचौ काचित्
वेरी गुड सुवर्णकलशोपमौ
सुवर्णकलशोपमौ
उपगुह्या बला सुप्ता
उपगुह्या बला सुप्ता
this is dirgha upaguhya bala supta so if it is inside it is gu if it is outside it is gu so
Yeah, I don't know, but this guhyam is I think guhyam means secret, no?
correct guhyam is secret but here the prayoga there is gu which is given there we'll see in the
I don't
main
know. I don't know. It's I think I just make a practice to say guhyam because in Gita always they have guhyam.
guhyam correct
So I have the tendency to say guhyam
correct
short.
correct
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
so,
उपगुह्या बला सुप्ता
yeah gu only is given here
Yeah.
upaguhya bala supta
उपगुह्या बला सुप्ता
निद्राबलपराजिता
निद्रा बलपराजिता
It has a different meaning here. We'll see in the meaning.
Okay.
पाणिभ्यां च कुचौ काचित् सुवर्णकलशोपमौ
पाणिभ्यां च कुचौ काचित् सुवर्णकलशोपमौ
उपगुह्या बला सुप्ता निद्राबलपराजिता
उपगुह्या बला सुप्ता निद्रा बलपराजिता
Very good. अन्या कमलपत्राक्षी
अन्या कमलपत्राक्षी
पूर्णेन्दुसदृशानना
पूर्णेन्दुसदृशानना
अन्या मालिङ्ग्यशुश्रोणी
अन्यामालिङ्ग्य शुश्रोणीम्
प्रसुप्ता मदविह्वला
प्रसुप्ता मदविह्वला
अन्या कमलपत्राक्षी पूर्णेन्दुसदृशानना
अन्या कमलपत्राक्षी पूर्णेन्दुसदृशानना
अन्या मालिङ्ग्यशुश्रोणी प्रसुप्ता मदविह्वला
अन्यामालिङ्ग्य शुश्रोणीम् प्रसुप्ता मदविह्वला
वेरी गुड अतोद्यानि विचित्राणि
अतोद्यानि विचित्राणि
परिष्वज्य वरस्त्रियः
परिष्वज्य वरस्त्रियः
निपीड्य च कुचैः सुप्ताः
निपीड्य च कुचैः
कुचैः सुप्ता so you say the
Ah,
is here
ah. निपीड्य कुचः सुप्ताः
one more time
निपीड्य च कुचैः सुप्ताः
correct निपीड्य च कुचैः सुप्ताः
निपीड्य च कुचैः सुप्ताः
कामिन्यः कामुकानिव
कामिन्यः कामुकानिव
आतोद्यानि विचित्राणि परिष्वज्य वरस्त्रियः
आतोद्यानि विचित्राणि
करेक्ट आतो क्षम्यताम् आतोद्यानि विचित्राणि परिष्वज्य वरस्त्रियः
आतोद्यानि विचित्राणि परिष्वज्य वरस्त्रियः
निपीड्य च कुचैः सुप्ताः कामिन्यः कामुकानिव
निपीड्य च कुचैः सुप्ताः कामिन्यः कामुकानिव
Correct. Atodhyani. The Atodhyani means I think these are the musical instruments. तासामेकान्तविन्यस्ते
तासामेकान्तविन्यस्ते
शयानां शयने शुभे
शयानां शयने शुभे
ददर्श रूपसम्पन्ना
ददर्श रूपसम्पन्नाम्
अपरां सकपिस्त्रियम्
अपरां सकपिस्त्रियम्
तासामेकान्तविन्यस्ते शयानां शयने शुभे
तासामेकान्तविन्यस्ते शयानां शयने शुभे
ददर्श रूपसम्पन्ना अपरां सकपिस्त्रियम्
ददर्श रूपसम्पन्नाम् अपरां सकपिस्त्रियम्
मुक्तामणिसमायुक्तैः
मुक्तामणिसमायुक्तैः
भूषणैः सुविभूषिताम्
भूषणैः सुविभूषिताम्
विभूषयन्तीमिव च
विभूषयन्तीमिव च
स्वश्रिया भवनोत्तमम्
स्वश्रिया भवनोत्तमम्
मुक्तामणिसमायुक्तैः भूषणैः सुविभूषिताम्
मुक्तामणिसमायुक्तैः भूषणैः सुविभूषिताम्
विभूषयन्तीमिव च स्वश्रिया भवनोत्तमम्
विभूषयन्तीमिव च
करेक्ट
I forgot the tune.
चितमस्तु विभूषयन्तीमिव च स्वश्रिया भवनोत्तमम्
विभूषयन्तीमिव च स्वश्रिया भवनोत्तमम्
गौरीं कनकवर्णाभाम्
गौरीं कनकवर्णाभाम्
इष्टामन्तः पुरेश्वरी
तुष्टामन्तः पुरेश्वरीम्
कपिर्मन्दोदरीं तत्र
कपिर्मन्दोदरीं तत्र
शयानां चारुरूपिणीम्
शयानां चारुरूपिणीम्
वेरी गुड गौरीं कनकवर्णाभाम् इष्टामन्तः पुरेश्वरीम्
गौरीं कनकवर्णाभाम् इष्टामन्तः
one
पुरेश्वरीम्
more time
गौरीं कनकवर्णाभाम् इष्टामन्तः पुरेश्वरीम्
कपिर्मन्दोदरीं तत्र शयानां चारुरूपिणीम्
कपिर्मन्दोदरीं तत्र शयानां चारुरूपिणीम्.
Very good. सतां दृष्ट्वा महाबाहुः
सतां दृष्ट्वा महाबाहुः
भूषितां मारुतात्मजः
भूषितां मारुतात्मजः
तर्कयामास सीतेति
तर्कयामास सीतेति
रूपयौवनसम्पदा
रूपयौवनसम्पदा.
सतां दृष्ट्वा महाबाहुः भूषितां मारुतात्मजः
सतां दृष्ट्वा महाबाहुः भूषितां मारुतात्मजः
तर्कयामास सीतेति रूपयौवनसम्पदा
तर्कयामास सीतेति रूपयौवनसम्पदा.
वेरी गुड हर्षेण महता युक्तो
हर्षेण महता युक्तो
ननन्दहरियूथपः
ननन्दहरियूथपः
हर्षेण महता युक्तो ननन्दहरियूथपः
हर्षेण महता युक्तो ननन्दहरियूथपः
आस्फोटयामास चुचुम्बपुच्छम्
आस्फोट आस्फोट
यामास so this is mahaprana here आस्फोटयामास चुचुम्बपुच्छम्
आस्फोटयामाश्चुचुम्बपुच्छम्
one more time
चुचुम्बपुच्छम्
mm.
आस्फोटयामाश्चुचुम्बपुच्छम्
Huh?
आस्फोटयामास चुचुम्बपुच्छम्.
Very good ननन्दचिक्रीडजगौ जगाम
ननन्दचिक्रीडग जगौ जगाम
one more time
ननन्दचिक्रीडजगौ जगाम.
very good स्तम्भानरोहन् निपपात भूमौ
स्तम्भानरोहनिपपात भूमौ.
so here it is स्तम्भानरोहन् nipapata bhumau so inna is written like this so स्तम्भानरोहन् nipapata bhumau
स्तम्भानरोहन्निपपात भूमौ.
very good निदर्शयन् स्वां प्रकृतिं कपीनाम्
निदर्शयन् स्वां प्रकृतिं कपीनाम्.
correct आस्फोटयामास चुचुम्बपुच्छम् ननन्दचिक्रीडजगौ जगाम
आस्फोटयामाश्चुचुम्बपुच्छम्
हिंदी
आस्फोटयामास चुचुम्बपुच्छम् ननन्दचिक्रीडजगौ जगाम.
very good स्तम्भानरोहन् निपपात भूमौ निदर्शयन् स्वां प्रकृतिं कपीनाम्
स्तम्भानरोहन्निपपात भूमौ निदर्शयन् स्वां प्रकृतिं कपीनाम्.
very good last इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकीये आदिकाव्ये सुन्दरकाण्डे
इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकीये आदिकाव्ये सुन्दरकाण्डे
मन्दोदरी दर्शनं नाम दशमः सर्गः सम्पूर्णः।
मन्दोदरी दर्शनं नाम दशमः सर्गः सम्पूर्णः।
वेरी गुड। सर्वं कृष्णार्पणम्।
सर्वं कृष्णार्पणम्।
Very good.
Thank you, Dee.
Hold on. You're not going anywhere. You have to try. Come. I'll help you. Don't worry.
Thank you, Didi.
Hmm.
Okay, shall I start, Didi?
Yeah. 1 second. In the meantime, while she is chanting, if there are any clarifications, you can note down. Even after she chants, if there are still doubts, you can message the number, the shloka that you need, either in Zoom or YouTube, and she or I will repeat it. Yeah. Go ahead, Bagdi.
Please bear with me if I do any mistake
Don't
or
worry.
it
Don't
gets
worry.
long.
We learn together. Don't worry.
विपञ्चीं परिगृह्यान्या नियता नृत्तशालिनी निद्रावशमनुप्राप्ता सह कान्तेव भामिनी अन्या कनकसङ्गाशै
Sankashe.
अन्या कनकसङ्गाशैः
Sankashai.
अन्या कनकसङ्काशैः मृदुपीनैर्मनोरमैः मृदङ्गं परिपीढ्याङ्गैः प्रसुप्ता मत्तलोचना भुजपार्श्वान्तरस्थेन कक्षगेन कृशोदरी पणवेन सहानिन्द्या सुप्ता मदकृतश्रमा डिण्डिमं
Dindima.
डिण्डिमं परिगृह्यान्या डिण्डिमं परिगृह्यान्या
Tataiva asakta. So tataiva asakta.
डिण्डिमं परिगृह्यान्या तथैवासक्तडिण्डिमा प्रसुप्ता तरुणं वत्सम् उपगुह्येव भामिनी
Very good.
काचिदाडम्बरं नारी भुज संभोगपीडितं कृत्वा कमलपत्राक्षी प्रसुप्ता मोहिता कलशीमपविद्यान्या प्रसुप्ता भाति भामिनी वसन्ते पुष्पशबला मालेव परिमार्जिता पाणिभ्यां च कुशौ काचित् सुवर्ण पाणिभ्यां च पाणिभ्यां च कुचौ काचित् सुवर्णकलशोपमौ उपगुह्या बला सुप्ता निद्राबलपराजिता
Very good.
अन्या कमलपत्राक्षी पूर्णेन्दुसदृशानना
पूर्ण इंदु सदृश आनना पूर्णेन्दु सदृश आनना
अन्या कमलपत्राक्षी पूर्णेन्दुसदृशानना अन्या मालिङ्ग्य शुश्रोणीं प्रसुप्ता मदविह्वला आतोद्यानि विचित्राणि परिष्वजन्यवरस्त्रियः परिष्वजन्य
हाँ
नहीं परिष्वज्य
करेक्ट
आतोद्यानि विचित्राणि परिष्वज्य वरस्त्रियः निपीड्य च कुचौ सुप्ताः पीड्य च कुचौ सुप्ताः कुचै निपीड्य च कुचैः सुप्ताः कामिन्यः कामुकानिव
do this one more time
आतोद्यानि विचित्राणि परिष्वज्य वरस्त्रियः निपीड्य च कुचैः सुप्ताः कामिन्यकामुकानिव
correct very good
तासामेकान्तिविन्यस्ते
one more time
तासामेकान्तविन्यस्ते शयानां शयने शुभे ददर्श रूपसम्पन्नाम् अपरां सकपिस्त्रियम् मुक्तामणिसमायुक्तैः भूषणैः सुविभूषितां विभूषयन्ती
vibhushayantim iva so it becomes vibhushayantim iva cha
Didi, can you hold on? Somebody's on my door. Just hold on for a second.
no worries Ram Ram Bhagini. Okay. I think somebody is there at her place. Let me read. Muktamani samayuktaihi bhushanai subhibhushita vibhushayanti cha swashriya bhavanottamam गौरीं कनकवर्णाभाम् इष्टामन्तः पुरेश्वरीं कपिर्मन्दोदरीं तत्र शयानां चारुरूपिणीं सतां दृष्ट्वा महाबाहुः भूषितां मारुतात्मजः तर्कयामास सीतेति रूपयौवनसम्पदा हर्षेण महता युक्तो ननन्दहरियूथपः आस्फोटयामास चुचुम्बपुच्छं ननन्दचिक्रीडजगौ जगाम स्तम्भानरोहन्निपपात भूमौ निदर्शयन् स्वां प्रकृतिं कपीनाम् इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकीये आदिकाव्ये सुन्दरकाण्डे मन्दोदरी दर्शनं नाम दशमः सर्गः सम्पूर्णः। सर्वं कृष्णार्पणम्। Utmost gratitude for us completing the 10th Sarga. Very good. We'll quickly go through the meaning for the previous set. Any volunteers? I don't know if somebody volunteered. 21. I think different kinds of women that Hanuman was looking at. Anybody? There are so many regular attendees here. Why doesn't anybody just give it a try? Asha ji, Aparna Suresh ji, Bhama Bagni, Dhanalakshmi ji, I think it's the same Bhagni who had come home to see me. I think we were discussing about you volunteering for one of the classes. I don't know if it's the same Bhagni, but that's you. You should definitely try. What about Padmavati Bhagni? You all should just pick up 20 shlokas and try. What about Rama Venugopal ji? Today you volunteered for Nevedyam. Would you like to try? Anyone? Sunita ji, very good. Very good. Good. Quick summary of the 20 shlokas. Don't worry, Rajani Patni, you actually repeated very well. It was very beautiful to hear you, and there is so much sincerity in your chanting. I don't know if others felt it. I think every person who comes here, there is a lot of sincerity in learning the shloka, chanting it right, paying attention to the padas, the splits, the visarga. So it was very beautiful to hear you. Yes, Sunita Pagni, I'll just unmute you in a second. So thank you so much for chanting. One of the classes, please do volunteer, Rajani Pagni, for coming and chanting the practice shloka, and then one class for the meaning as well. Would love to hear you narrate the meaning. Sunita Pagni, go ahead. Can you try unmuting yourself? Namaskar.
Ram Vani
Namaskar.
Yeah, namaskar. I'll just give a try.
Go ahead.
So, starting with verse 21 to 40, it gives us a more vivid description about Ravana's appearance, emphasizing on his majestic look, his strength, and his power. And we also get a description of his many wives. So, coming to verse 21, I'll tell you the meaning of verse 21. The Vanara, Hanuman, gazed at the arms of Ravana, who was lying on the couch. Ravana's arms appeared like two angry snakes asleep in a cave on the lap of Mount Mandara. And going to verse 22, the Lord of the demons, Ravana, looked splendid like a mountain with his long, fully developed arms. He appeared like Mandara mountain with two lofty peaks.
Correct. Mandaraha.
Yeah. Verse 23 and 24 I'm combining because there's a combined meaning with the two. The breath released from the huge mouth of the sleeping lion amongst the demons. Here the reference is to Ravana.
Correct.
Carried the fragrance of the mango and the punnaga blossoms mixed with the fragrance of the best of the bakula flowers. The breath also exuded the aroma of rich, delicious food and drinks.
So
This fragrance and aroma had penetrated every part of the chamber where Ravana was sleeping. Tadgraham.
Very good. So it was widespread.
Yes, widespread. Yes. Coming to verse 25, Hanuman saw Ravana, whose face was looking radiant and lit up by his earrings. The golden crown on his head was glittering and studded with pearls and gems. The crown was slightly tilted on his head as he was sleeping. Mukuteno. Can I go to the next one?
Yeah, go ahead. By the side, right?
Yeah, by the side. Yeah, tilted on the side.
Correct.
Mukutena parvrittena.
Apavrittena.
Apavrittena.
Always refers to something which is not very straight, right?
Yeah, right. Verse 26. Ravana's fleshy and broad chest was smeared with red sandal paste. He was wearing a shining string of pearls that had receded from its position as he was sleeping. Verse 27. Ravana was draped in a splendid white silken cloth, which was in disarray as he was sleeping. He was also wearing an expensive and exquisite yellow upper garment, and his eyes were blood red.
Intoxication, sleep, power.
Because, yes.
Yeah, all of those the red colored eye can indicate that. Very good.
Going to verse 28, Ravana's body has been compared to a heap of black beans. The heap of black beans is a reference to his complexion. Ravana was breathing heavily and it sounded like the hissing of a snake. He appeared like an elephant sleeping on the banks of the great river Ganges.
Gange Mahati Toya.
Gange, yeah, correct.
Correct, very good.
Then going to verse 29. The 4 golden lamps were glowing on all 4 sides of the bed of Ravana, and all the 4 directions were illuminated. Ravana's all 4 limbs were brightly lit with the glow of the lamps. He looked like a cloud with a streak of lightning. Verse 30. In the palace of the king of the Rakshasas, the great Ravana Hanuman saw that many dear wives of Ravana were seated and resting at his feet. Pater Grihe. Verse 31. Hanuman, the leader of the Vanaras, found the wives of Ravana, whose faces were splendid like the moon, adorned with the beautiful earrings and fresh floral garlands. Amalan Malya Bharana. Yeah. Then going to verse 32. Hanuman saw that the women there were wearing fine jewelry and were proficient in dancing and playing musical instruments. They were either resting on the lap or leaning on the arms of the demon king Ravana. Verse 33. Hanuman noticed that the earlobes of the women which had gold earrings were decked with diamonds and vaidurya. They were also wearing shining armlets of gold on the upper arm. Verse 34. The beautiful moon-like faces of the women looked radiant with lovely earrings. The women lay on the exquisite couch, which looked resplendent like the sky lit up with hosts of stars.
Chandra Upama Vaktraihi.
Vaktraihi. Verse 35. Exhausted by drinking and after indulging in flirting and play, Ravana's consorts slept here and there with their visible slender waists.
Tanu Madhyama.
Tanu Madhyama. Verse 36. Another woman with exceedingly beautiful complexion and a delicate dancer with rhythmic dance movements held her limbs in a dancing posture even in the sleep on account of her habit, as a matter of habit.
Shubha Sarvangi. Nrittashalini.
Verse 37. Another woman slept hugging her veena. She shone like a lotus plant flung in a large river, clinging onto a boat. Here the veena is compared to a boat and the woman is compared to the lotus plant. Then verse 38. A woman with dark eyes, asleep with a drum placed in her armpit, looked like a beautiful mother holding her baby lovingly. Bala Putreva Vatsala.
Beautiful.
Verse 39. Another charming lady, endowed with beautiful bosom, lay hugging a tambourine. She looked like a woman who lay passionately embracing her lover after a long time.
Pataham Charu Sarvangi.
Sarvangi. Verse 40. Yet another lotus-eyed woman slept embracing a flute like a woman with her lust, holding her lover in secrecy.
Kachit Veena by
Parishvajya.
And a wind instrument, a string
Instrument. Stringed instrument.
Veena Parishvajya Supta Kamala Lochana. The lady.
Yes, Kamala with lotus side.
Very good. Very beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Ram,
Thank you so much.
Dhanyavadaha. Very nice. So based on what we saw when we actually looked through the shloka, any guesses on what is happening in the next set of 15 shlokas? So we were going through the shlokas. Was anybody able to guess what is happening at the end of this sarga? What is the situation? Mandodari Darshan, correct. Dashama Sargaha Mandodari Darshanam is happening there. Anything else which caught your eye? Hanuman is actually mistaking. He's thinking, looking at Mandodari, he thinks that this is actually Sita, who is there in the Antapura of Ravana, sleeping next to him. So Valmiki makes a very powerful statement in the last shloka. We'll quickly see. The first few are very straightforward. It's again bunch of women doing different things who are sleeping there. And Hanuman is looking at them. Vipanchim parigrihya anya niyata nrittashalini nidravasham anuprapta saha kanta iva bhamini. So again, Anya, another woman, Nrittashalini, she who was very skilled in dancing. And next to her was Vipanchim, which is a stringed instrument, which is very close to her. She was holding that very close to her. She was probably fond of that instrument and she was holding that. What was happening? Nidravasham, which means she has fallen into the hands of Nidra Devi, fallen into the hands of sleep. Anuprapta, unable to overcome that sleep. She was in deep sleep. And how did she look? Saha Kanta Iva. It looked as though she was sleeping with somebody who is very close to her heart, with her beloved. So another woman who was skilled in dancing, Nritta Shalini, was holding on to Vipanchi, Vipanchim Parigrihya. So she was holding on to that, and the sleep had kind of taken over her. Nidra Vasham. So Vasham means control, right? So the sleep had taken control of her. So she was not able to keep her awake. And as she was holding that stringed instrument, this beautiful dancer appeared as though she was like a lady who is united and is resting with her beloved, somebody who is very close to her heart. Now, again another woman, Anya Kanaka Sankashaihi Mridu Pinaihi Manoramaihi Angaihi Mridu Pinaihi Manoramaihi Mridangam Paripidya Angaihi. So that is the split there. Mridangam Paripidya Angaihi Prasupta Mattalochana. So Anya Kanaka Sankashaihi. What is Kanaka? Gold. Kanaka Sankashaihi, right? So there's another woman who was golden colored. Mridu Pinaihi. What is Mridu? In Tamil also we have this word, which is very soft. Mridu Pinaihi Manoramaihi. Now, Angaihi, what was soft and shining here, Anga means the limbs, her body. And what was she doing? She was with another instrument. And what is the instrument here? Mridangam. So she was holding on. So it's nice to see the references of different instruments here. So another woman, Anya, who had very soft, mridu. Pinaihi is basically in Tamil, we'll say pushku pushku, no? Like kind of like plump. And golden colored, manoramaihi. Manoramaihi means that which gives happiness when we look at it. Manaha ramyate iti manoramaihi. So manaha ramyate iti manoramaha or manorama. So as when somebody looks at that particular thing or a particular person or a particular situation, it gives a lot of happiness to the mind. Now, this Anya, what was she doing? Her body, which was very soft, Angam, which was golden colored, soft and plump, she was holding on to another instrument, Mridangam, Matta Lochana. Matta here means intoxication, right? We know that word. Matta Lochana. Her eyes looked intoxicated. So, this person was holding on to another instrument, which is Mridangam. Bhuja Parshva Antarasthena Kaksha Gena Krishodari Panavena Saha Anindya Supta Mada Kritashrama. So another person here. And what is her highlight here? Anindya means you cannot find any fault with her. And when you look at her, Krishodari, Krishaha. Has anybody heard of this word? Krishaha. Krishnaha is black. Krishaha is thin, correct. There is a Kovida expert here in Sanskritam, Pratibha Bhagini. So Nalini Bhagini also. So thin, Sthulaha Krishaha. Krisha Udari means that person who has slender waist. And what did she do? She placed something near her hand. So this Krisha Udari, what did she do? She was faultless, Anindya, praiseworthy. You cannot find any fault with her. What was she doing? Supta, she was sleeping. And why was she sleeping? Mother Krita Shrama. So she was intoxicated. Because of that, she felt very exhausted. And what was she doing? She was sleeping with Panava. We've heard this word somewhere. Does anybody remember? Panavena Saha. Anyone? Hi, it is an instrument. Where have we heard this? Ah, correct. Dr. Usha is right. We've heard this in chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita. So there, the different types of instruments are the conch was blown, the drums were beaten. So one was this panava, which is like a small drum. Correct. Very nice to see that you remember, Dr. Usha. So, Panavena Saha. So she was sleeping with a small drum, of course. Where did she keep it? Kakshagena. She was keeping it near her armpit. Kaksha. In Tamil also we say that. So, keeping it very close to the side of her arm. Bhuja Parshva. Parshva is near. Antharastena, inside that. Kakshagena, somewhere inside the arm. So she must be holding on, and that small instrument is probably touching the upper part of her forearm inside. So that is why it is given Antarasthena Kakshagena. What was she holding? Panavena Saha. She was sleeping with that. Anindya, somebody who is faultless, totally applaudable. Supta Madhakrita Shrama. She was intoxicated, so she was sleeping due to exhaustion. Now, again another instrument. Dindimam parigrihya anya tatha eva asakta dindima prasupta tarunam vatsam upaguhya iva bhamini. So another anya, again another lady, was clinging. Upaguhya means clinging and holding, embracing. What was she holding? Dindimam, another type of drum. Asakta means clinging to it, attached to it. Again, how did it look? It looked as though Vatsam. What is Vatsaha here? It can be a child, or it can also be a calf, like a cow. When the cow is sitting and it is kind of like, taking rest, you can see the calf right next to it, right? Very close to it. Similarly, babies, when they are born and the mother is sleeping, the child would be at very close to the mother. So Vatsaha means anything which is an offspring. It is used to refer to calf or even a baby. So another woman there. These are all very lofty women, right? We have seen. They all are so talented in performing arts, and they consider these instruments which enable them to express this art so close to their heart, right? So they don't want to let go. They don't want to keep it away, and that. So maybe they were just playing and enjoying the instrument for a very long time, and maybe due to exhaustion too, they just fell asleep. So another beautiful woman was clinging to another dindimam, which is a drum, and she was also sleeping. Prasupta, she was also sleeping, as though tarunam vatsam upaguhya iva bhamini, as though we would hold the offspring, either a cow with a calf or a mother with a baby. Next, Kachit Adambaram Nari Bhuja Sambhoga Piditam Kritva Kamalapatrakshi Prasupta Mada Mohita. Just 1 second, sorry. Kachit Adambaram. Again, some other woman. Kachit means some woman. Adambaram. Dambaram is also, we call it not Damaram, we say in Tamil. Another type of musical instrument, a drum. Nari, another woman. Bhuja Sambhoga Piditam. It was very closely held and tightly pressed, as though she was holding on to it very closely. Holding that, Kritva, having kept that in such a way. Kamalapatrakshi. Who is this? Kamalapatrakshi means? What kind of woman is this? The one who is lotus-eyed. Kamalapatrakshi. So the woman who has eyes that resemble the lotus petal or the lotus leaves. The lotus flower, right? Petal here. So another beautiful lady who had eyes that like that of lotus petals, she was holding on and pressing another instrument very close to her, and she was also sleeping. Prasupta, again, Mada Mohita. She was also overcome by intoxication. We saw the night play that happened in the previous Sarga. Kalashim Apavidya Anya, that is the split. Kalashim Apavidya Anya Prasupta Bhati Bhamini Basante Pushpa Shabala Mala Iva Parimarjita. So another lady who was there, Kalashim, which is Kalasham, is kind of a vessel. Apavidya, having kept it a little away. Anya, another woman. Prasupta, she was also sleeping. Bhati, all these, whenever you see Bhati, it is somebody who shines. Bhasate, right? Bhamini is again a woman, lady there. Basante, Pushpa Shabala, Mala Iva Parimarjita. So, how did she appear? She appeared as though it was like a garland of flowers during a particular season. What season? Spring season. Vasante. During the spring season. Vasanta Ritu. Correct. So, another lady, the jar, like a kalasham, was a little away from her. She was also sleeping, Prasupta, but she was shining. Bhati, Bhamini, the lady. So how did she look? She looked as though during the spring season, how spring is famous for flowers, right? So appearing like a garland of flowers scattered during the spring season. Panibhyam cha kuchau kachit suvarna kalasha upamau upaguhya abala supta nidrabala parajita. So here kuchau refers to the chest of the lady. So she was sleeping. Another lady, Kachit, another lady. Suvarna kalasha upamau. So her chest looked as though golden pitchers were there. So she was kind of holding herself, and her upper part looked as though it was like kumbha. There is a varnanam for chest of a woman, right? So, and again, nidra bala parajita. She was also overpowered by the Nidra Devi, by the form of sleep. She also could not hold herself awake. So again, Panibhyam, with her hand, she was also holding her upper part, and it looked as though they were like golden kumbhas which were there, and she was holding on to them. So she was embracing her upper part, and she was also sleeping. Supta. Why was she sleeping? Nidra bala parajita. Defeated by sleep. So we try to fight the sleep, and when we get defeated, it overpowers us and we go to sleep. So again, another lady, and her description is given here. So here, Abala not having the strength. So like a delicate person who has been taken over by Nidra Devi. Anya Kamalapatrakshi Purna Indu Sadrisha Ananam Anyam Alingya Sushronim Prasupta Madavihvala. Again, Kamalapatrakshi, another woman who has lotus eyes, the lotus-eyed woman whose face resembled something. What is the example here? Moon. Purna Indu. Very good. Purna Indu Sadrisha Anana, whose face resembled the full moon. So, what was she doing? She was kind of holding on to another woman who was sleeping right next to her, and Alinganam means holding on to, embracing. So, Shronim, and that person's waist was slender, thin to look at. Again, she was also Madavihvala, overpowered, overwhelmed by mother, which is intoxication. So another Kamalapatrakshi, another lotus-eyed woman, Purna Indu Sadrisha Anana, whose face was like that of a full moon. Anyam Alingya, she was kind of holding on to another lady. And what kind of lady? So Shronim, a lady who had slender waist. She was also sleeping, Prasupta Madavihvala, overwhelmed by intoxication. Atodhyani Vichitrani Parishvajya Varastriyah Nipidya Cha Kuchaihi Suptaha Kaminyaha Kamukan Iva. So there were many women who were sleeping. All of them were holding on to the respective instruments, and when they were sleeping, they were holding it very close to their chest. Kuchaihi. Nipidya. Nipidya here refers to, again, Parishvajya is embracing. Nipidya is kind of pressing really, really close. So all the Atodhyani, the musical instruments, Vichitrani, these unique instruments, Parishvajya, holding on to them. Varastriyaha. What is Varastriyaha? We have seen this pada many times. Uttamastri, very good. These lofty women, good women, these excellent women. Nipidya. So they were pressing, where Kuchaihi, close to their chest. And they were sleeping. Suptaha. And how did they look like? Kaminyaha Kamukan Iva. They looked as though they were sleeping next to their beloved partner or lover. And they were holding these instruments that close to their chest. Tasan Ekanta Vinyaste Shayanam Shayane Shubhe Tadarsha Rupa Sampannam Aparam Saha Kapihi Striyam. Now Hanuman was noticing somebody else. Tasam, among them, Ekanta Vinyaste. What is Ekanta Vinyaste? Alone, correct. Ekanta Vinyaste Shayanam. This person was sleeping, Tanimayil, correct. Shayane, on the bed or the couch. Shubhe, beautiful. Dadarsha, Hanuman looked. Rupa Sampannam, that person who was actually filled with beauty. And who was this person? Aparam, somebody else. He's been seeing woman after woman. And then he really saw some other Stri. Saha kapihi aparams rupa sampannam striyam dadarsha. So among these group of women lay one woman who was sleeping on a shayana, and she was kind of set apart, aparam, and her beauty, rupa sampanna, extraordinary to look at. And she was sleeping apart or away from these group of women. Let's see what Hanuman is thinking. Mukta mani samayuktaihi bhushanaihi vibhushitam vibhushyantim iva cha swashriya bhavana uttamam. This woman, like the other women, was also adorned with a bunch of ornaments, which made her look very, very radiant in the midst of the palace, which was radiant by itself. So, Muktamani Samayuktaihi, with pearls and gems which were filled there. Bhushanaihi, very good Padmavati Bhagini. Muktamani, we have seen this pada so many times. Bhushanaihi, all the Bhushana, Abharana. Su Vibhushitam, well decorated, well adorned. Vibhushayantim iva, as if decorating, it looked as though with her radiance, Swashriya, she was decorating and making the palace look even more radiant. Look at the beauty of the description. So, Hanuman saw another woman who was sleeping in Ekantam. She was decked with ornaments and pearls and gems, but her radiance actually seemed to enhance the radiance and beauty of the already existing splendid, resplendent palace. So she stood apart in that sense. So it looked like when we see, oh, it just attracts our eyes, right? So she was that attractive, who was adding beauty to the palace where she was sleeping. Gaurim Kanakavarnabham Ishtam Antapureshwarim Kapihi Mandodarim Tatra Shayanam Charu. Gauri. What does Gauri refer to here? Generally fair. Kanakavarnabham. Kanakavarna means golden color. Tango madri jolikra. Mandodari. Ishtam, somebody who is very beloved. Antapureshwarim, and she obviously seemed like the chief person, Ishwari of the Antapura, like she is the ruler of the Antapura. Kapihi Mandodarim, saw there, Tatra, there, Shayanam, Charu Rupini. Charu means Charu is beautiful. So he was looking at somebody who was fair complexion, but shining like gold. She looked like she was the ruler or the main lady of the Antapura. She was lying asleep and she looked very beautiful. Charu Rupini, very beautiful in her form. Now what is he going to do? Saha tam drishtva Mahabahuhu Bhushitam Marutatmajaha Tarkayamasa Sita iti Rupa Yavana Sampada. So she looked very beautiful. She looked like the ruler. She looked like she was able to still have her Yavanam. She looked very young. So Marutatmajaha. Who is Marutatmajaha? Hanuman, the son of wind god. Drishtva. Whom did he see? He saw Mandodari. So, but what did he think? That Mahabahu, he also had strong arms. That Mahabahu, it will go to Saha Mahabahu Marutatmajaha. You have to join it here. Saha Mahabahu Marutatmajaha. Tam Drishtva, having seen that lady, he was thinking, Tarkayamasa, he was kind of reasoning to himself that due to the beauty, Rupa, Yavana, Sampada, it looked like she had this wealth of beauty and youth. He was thinking to himself, this is Sita. So he was looking at Mandodari in the Antapura, and he has come looking for Sita, looking at the beauty, looking at how her radiance was enhancing the beauty of the palace, the charu rupam that she had, the ornaments that she was wearing, and how she stood out from all the other women who were there. He was kind of concluding, this must be Sita who is sleeping there. And obviously, when he is finding Sita, he's going to be super, super happy. Harshena Mahata Yuktaha Nananda Hariyutapaha. Hariyutapaha, the chief of monkey. Yay, I have found Sita. There she is, who is so beautiful and who is filled with beauty and youth, beautifully decorated, enhancing the beauty of the palace. And looks like now she is the ruler of the Antapura. I have seen her. Harshena, Harsha means happiness. Nananda means with great joy. Hariyutapaha, Hanuman stood there thinking that this is Sita. Look at how Valmiki is going to reason this for us. Aspotayamasa chuchumba pucham nananda chikrida jagau jagama stambhan arohan nipapata bhumau nidarshayan swam prakritim kapina. Aspotayamasa. Aspotanam means clapping. He was clapping his hands. He was feeling very, very victorious. Sometimes when we answer right, we don't wait for others to clap. We'll be clapping ourselves. Yay, I told it correctly. So, Aspotayamasa, he was clapping his hands. Chuchumba pucham. What is pucham? Pucham is the tail. Chuchumba means he was kind of kissing his own tail. And what was he doing? Nananda, he was so happy. Chikrida, he looked very, very as though he wanted to play, jumping. Jagau, he also want Jagama, as he was, kind of making sounds, maybe singing and moving here and then. And then what did he do? Stamban Arohan. What is Stamba? Pillar, correct. So, Toon. So, he climbed the pillar. Yay, I found Sita. And then again he comes down. Nipapata bhumau. Again he comes down. Again he goes up. Again he comes down. He is so excited that he's found Sita. The person whom he came looking for, he's found there in Ravana's Antapura. And she's as beautiful as he imagined. Because he's not seen Sita. As radiant as he imagined. As unique as he imagined. As majestic, the Uttama Stri, as he would imagine. And he found that Sita there in Antapura. Now, Valmiki is beautifully giving this ending for the 10th Sarga. Swam prakrit kapinam swam prakritim nidarshayan. What is prakriti? Nature. What is the nature that is described here? The nature of monkey. So so even though, where do we keep Hanuman? We don't think of, even though Hariyutapaha, Kapikunjaraha, Hanuman is always referred referred to Vanaraha, right? Hanuman, was a monkey. So we know that all the nature of a monkey he should have. But we have Hanuman, we have placed Hanuman not as a Vanara, right? There is a divinity which is associated with it. He is not like a normal Vanara. Even when they were discussing crossing the ocean, he kind of like was like patient. He showed intelligence in multiple places. Can you think of instances where he showed that intelligence, where it's beyond a monkey? Correct, right? When he was crossing the ocean, when he met, whom did he meet after crossing the ocean? So Mainaka was one, the Nagamata was one, and then after crossing the ocean, he was entering Lanka. And when he entered Lanka, how did he enter? He did not come in the same form. He met Lankini, but he did not come in the same huge Ajanubahu form, right? He came, he had the intelligence to switch his form into something smaller, resembling the size of a cat. Correct. It's very nice to see so many of them interacting in chat. And then how he dealt with Lankini as he was moving around the city of Lanka, the prudence that he actually had to not be made very visible and not be caught. So he was not displaying anything which would indicate that he has all the qualities of a monkey, right? He actually stands apart. In fact, today when we talk about yoga, we talk about Hanuman. When we talk about bhakti, we talk about Hanuman. When we talk about that ekagra chittam, right, we talk about Hanuman. So all these positives, the shloka itself goes buddhihi balam yashoho dhairyam nirbhayatvam arogata ajadyam vakpatutvam. So the speech, we talk about Hanuman. So when we chant that shloka, Hanuman has all these shlokas. So when we pray to him, we will also imbibe those qualities. That is the significance of that shloka. So by default, we all know Hanuman is not considered a true Vanara. He actually stands apart. His qualities don't fall in place with a regular Vanara, regular monkey. If there is a banana, right, which is kept in the path of a monkey, what would a normal monkey do? And it sees that there is nobody there. What would it do? It will immediately go and grab. Hanuman was not attracted to anything around him. That is the kind of stable, controlled mind, like kind of Jitendriya, he had controlled. But look at how he slips. He looks for Sita in the Antapura, looks at all the women, and then sees one woman who is away, who is an ekanta, away from all these other, I will use the word regular women, right? Other women there. And she stands out in every which way. And immediately he is quick enough to conclude that is Sita. And he's not even waiting to like verify or anything like that. And then he's jumping, climbing up, coming down, climbing up, coming down, kissing his own tail. So Valmiki clearly says, all said and done, Kapinam swam prakritim nidarshayan chuchumba pucham nananda. So he was displaying all the qualities which are true to a Vanara. Kapinam swam prakritim, displaying the true nature of a kapi, of all the monkeys. Nidarshayan, displaying that. What was he doing? He was clapping his hands, he was kissing his own tail, he was rejoicing, he was singing, he was moving here and there, he was climbing up the pillar, he was coming down, going up again. And then he was so excited that he has encountered or found Sita. Sita iti Tarkayamasa. He thought that, he reasoned that this should be Sita. And Valmiki has this just three words right there. Kapinam Swam Prakritim Nidarshayan. So 4 words. You can even say that Swam is important, which is the true nature. Swasya. Swam means that inner true nature of the monkey. Kapinam Swam Prakritim Nidarshayan. What did he do? He did all these things. So I really loved the way this Mandodari Darshanam Sarga is concluded by Valmiki, right? He looks at all these women, he pays attention, he has so much attention to detail. He knows where he stands and how he is, and not to disturb Ravana, not to disturb the women. So he's so careful in every which way. Unlike a monkey is very impulsive in nature. So he does not indicate any kind of impulsive mood or impulsive actions. But then at the end, when he looks at Mandodari, he thinks it is Sita. He concludes it's Sita. He's not even taking a moment to verify or think, oh, will it be Sita here with Ravana? Is that possible? He's not even pausing for a moment there, and just celebrating that, the Anveshanam that he came for. He came looking for Sita, and he feels so victorious, so triumphant. He had not seen Sita before, correct. But at that point of time, he is not using the intellectual part, which he has, right? Which is, would Sita even be here in the Antapura of Ravana? Could this actually be Sita? He's not exercising that intelligence, which he has. Buddhihi, right? When we talk about Hanuman, Buddhihi is the first thing we talk about. Buddhihi, then only strength. We saw this in Sankshepa Ramayanam, right? When Sugriva is having this conversation with Hanuman about those 2 people who are there. Do you think they can also be some, Mayajal of Ravana, or maybe, I think he says it's Mayajal of Bali, I think. I don't fully remember. Bali. And then Hanuman is the one who says, no, hold on. We'll figure it out. I will find out a way to approach them and find out who they are. And then he disguises himself as, correct, Yavana Brahmacharya, right? Brahmin, and then he goes and speak. He doesn't get taken away when Sugriva panics. He takes a moment and says, hold off. We'll figure out who those 2 are. I don't think they are whom you think them to be. So he takes a pause there, and then he goes and speaks to Rama and Lakshmana. And of course, we know the story behind that, how he, that he became a Ramadasa that very moment. But Aspotayamasa chuchumba pucham, clapping his hands and kissing his tail. Nananda, he so rejoiced. Chikrida, playful nature. Jagau Jagama, musically moving here and there. Stambhan Arohan, climbing up. Nipapata, falling in on the ground. Bhumau. What was he displaying? He was displaying the true nature of a kapi. Kapinam Swam Prakritim Nidarshayan. So that is how Valmiki concludes here. And I felt very, very close to the shloka when I was reading it, and I was trying to understand the explanation. And then we'll have to see how it takes. Does he realize how does he realize? We'll have to see that in next Sarga. But that is the crux. Sometimes even when we feel like, we are a controlled person, we don't get very emotional, or we are not very impulsive. We are able to fairly be okay. There are times when even that core nature is taken away because of something, right? You're like, did that person actually do this or say this? Something, you wouldn't expect from somebody. So you can regulate a lot, but sometimes the core nature, especially in times of extreme joy or extreme disappointment or anger or sadness, things will come out. It is so interesting. I love the way Valmiki has concluded here, and then I'm looking forward to see See, like what? True nature comes out. You can control the true nature. Like, you know, a lot of sadhana, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, you can control your true nature. One person might be extremely bitter in talking, extremely impulsive, but through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, you can change the true nature. You know, somebody who's very hurtful in speaking, or somebody who even talks a lot. I used to talk a lot. Even today, I think my close circle, if you see, they will all say, you know, very talkative person. I grew up as a single child. So anytime I used to step out of the house, I used to find a way to like connect with people. These days, I've kind of like toned myself down. I don't talk unless asked. I don't give suggestions unless asked. So I talk to people whom I value or whom I feel like they value. So my entire kind of mind, there has been a huge mind shift in the way. I'm not perfect. I still lose it, especially with kids. It's very tough to maintain cool all the time. I lose it with them. I lose it with my spouse, my husband, of course. But sometimes in when you drive on the road, you lose sometimes. But at least I don't vocalize it that much. I don't restrain it, but I think I kind of like let it go. So yeah, so you can change your core. An impulsive person can regulate emotions through a lot of effort. But here, Hanuman was not a regular Vanara, but even he had that moment of lapse, right? And that is what Valmiki is trying to. So sometimes when we slip, I don't think we should be that hard on ourselves. So when we say something or we do something which we would not have expected that we would be doing it or saying it, I think it's okay to not be that hard, but be aware that this is what we did or said, make corrections, apologize if required, be accountable if required, and then take take it further. Oh yeah, I had a I had a very lonely lonely childhood. So I hear you, Rama Badmi. So a single child, and I lost my father when I was very young. I was just 13, and just my mother and me. So it was a very lonely childhood. Yeah, FIR. Like how do you, the frequency, the intensity, and recovery, right? Like Swamiji says. So there's a lot of takeaway from just this shloka. You can forget everything else. The last 5 shlokas of this sarga is so dear to our hearts. There is so much to learn from it, and that is the power of the creation of Valmiki and Ramayana itself. And I feel blessed that we are all learning this together, and I feel even more blessed that I'm able to vocalize it and explain this from my point of view and my understanding. So I have to thank everybody who's listening to this to see this whole scripture, this grantha through my eyes, right? Because I'm just vocalizing what I feel. So thank you so much. I will upload the remaining shlokas and the full sarga as well. Next week, we'll either have class on Friday or it'll be a Sunday. I have a company employee day on Saturday. So I'll be out the entire day, and I think I'll be tired. Even if I come back by 5, I might be tired. So I will message in the group. It'll be a revision class, so it should be quick. 55 shlokas, people can sign up, maybe 10 or 20 each, and we can do a quick revision of the meaning. I'll message as to whether it'll be on Friday or it'll be on Sunday. Saturday would not be possible. My gratitude to everybody who's attending regularly. I know the numbers have kind of dropped. I'm not going to bother about it. I think I mean, Prapta Miranda, we will all learn together and complete it. That's how I see it. So do take the effort to come and attend online. I think it makes a difference. The distractions are lesser when you don't when you're not listening to a recording. You're not tempted to like pause. So make an effort to attend online, and I think the energy that I feel in the chat And even when I talk to people about Sundarakandam, and Sunita ji had come to my house to meet me, and she was so happy talking about Sundarakandam, and it made every minute, every second spent here so worth it. So I have to thank everybody who is taking an effort, and I can see the huge jump in the learning. Be it, there are some long timers in the group. There are some new people who have joined, whom I've heard them chant before, like the first Sarga, second Sarga. Now, I don't even have to correct when they chant or when they repeat. So there is a huge effort that is seen in every person who is attending online. And I have to be very grateful to Guru and Bhagavan for bringing us all together. Like I say every time, we are the chosen ones to learn the Sundarakandam together. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Jai Jai Shankara Hara Hara Shankara Mahaperyava Sharanam. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Hanuman. Thank you all for joining. Keep chanting, keep practicing. I will upload the audios for practice. Ram Ram.